Hi, welcome to Tech Tuesday. My name is Pam Baker, and today we're going to talk about Microsoft PowerPoint. If you've been following us for the last month, you'll know that we've been teaching the Microsoft Office package. We started off with Word and then Excel, and last week Tim did Publisher, and this week I'm going to show you how to do PowerPoint. So we're going to do a little introduction, but first I'd like to show you over on the left of your screen, you'll see my name and my email address is pam.baker@kentonlibrary.org, and you can also reach me at 962-4004 if you have any questions after the introduction. The library is not currently teaching classes in our computer lab due to COVID, but we are doing one-on-ones, so you can call and schedule a one-on-one with me, and we can meet for an hour, and I can help you in any way that I possibly can. Another great resource is, you'll notice in the middle of the screen here, kentonlibrary.org, research and learning. I will show you that at the end of the introduction so that you can take a look at some videos that we have online, and we also have something called Gale courses that you can take for free, and they start off with beginners PowerPoint, intermediate, and advanced, so you can work your way through those. So let's go ahead and jump in here. And I actually created this little introduction in PowerPoint. So we're going to just start off right here. This is what your screen would look like when you opened it up. Of course, you wouldn't have this slide. In PowerPoint, you're going to hear me mention the word slides. That's actually what this square is. That's a slide. Over here on the left, you'll notice that it says we have one. This is your little sidebar over here, shows you your slides and lets you toggle back and forth between slides. And we're going to add some slides, and you'll see how that list will grow. But let's start off over here with File. If we go to File and we go to New, you can create a blank presentation, which is what I did before the introduction started, or you can also use these templates that they have here for you. They have a lot of different ones with nice colors, and you can choose exactly what you would like to have on them. But we are going to go back and we're going to just start off with this one that I've already created, and we're going to add to this PowerPoint presentation. And on the home button, you're going to see some things here that say new slide. You're going to have all of your fonts and your paragraph information here, just like you did in Word, Excel, and Publisher. I think I talked about this if you were joining us in the beginning when I was teaching Excel. One good thing about Microsoft, they continue to carry over the same tabs. You're always going to have a file, a home, an insert. And so that's, if you learn it in one application, it helps you to continue on to the next application. So what we're going to do now, though, we're going to add a new slide. And we're going to click on the drop-down box. And you'll see here we get some options. We can get some slides that already have boxes in them, headers, title bars that we can use, or we can just go ahead and duplicate the slide that we currently have if we want to use that theme and that color. But I think we're going to go ahead and start off with a blank one, just so I can kind of show you how to start from scratch. So this is my second slide. You'll see it over here on the left. It tells you that's slide 2. And we have a blank, kind of just think a blank slide here, and we can do what we want to with it. So we need to insert some text. So we're going to click on Insert. And right here we have a text box. And when you click on that, you really don't think anything's happened. But when you come down on the slide itself, you're going to get that cursor with a line through it, a solid line. And when you click, you're going to get the plus sign. And you can actually click and draw a text box. And I'm going to go ahead and type in here, welcome to PowerPoint. Okay, now It doesn't really look too appealing. So you can do some different things with that. We're going to click in the box again, and this time I'm going to highlight the text, and I'm going to go up, and in the font box area here, we can make this bigger. You can see how when I start scrolling down, it automatically gives you a little preview of what it's going to look like. I can center that by going over to the paragraph box. I can make it bold, and perhaps I want to make it green to match our color scheme with our first slide. So there we have it. So we've centered it, we've made it bold, and we've changed the color. Now maybe we want to insert a picture. So we click on insert. You can actually go out to the web and download pictures. You can use a picture from your phone, anything that you have saved to your computer. Screenshot, here you'll see photo album, online pictures. You have all those choices. I'm going to click on pictures, and it's going to browse out. And before the class started, I actually downloaded a couple pictures. So you'll see here that I have a picture of PowerPoint, their little logo, and you'll notice that it has the little dots, the little circles all the way around it, and that just means that that is active and I can do something with that picture, with that image. I can click on it and drag it if I want to take it down to the corner. I can click on it again. You'll see this little hook. I can actually turn that and maybe make it point up to the top right. If I wanted to add that again, I could right click on the picture and click copy, and you're going to think, well, it didn't do anything, but if you click and drag, it actually did. It just places the copy on top. And then you can also add images, drawing images. There's lots of them to choose from. You'll see here all different kinds of shapes, arrows. I'm going to go ahead and just click on an arrow here. We'll do a line. And it gives me the plus sign again, and I can draw that line. So clicked on that, and I just drew it right down there. Once again, it's actually not too appealing. Doesn't show up very well. I can actually click on that and make it thicker. I can click on it and change the color. So let's go up here and we can do the shape effect. We could make it have a shadow. Let's see. Let's click on that. It made it a little darker, but not too much. Let's right click on it and see if we can. Over here now that we've right clicked, we can do a little bit more formatting. We can say that it's solid. We can make it change the color right here. That's what I was looking for. We'll make it green to kind of go. And that actually, unfortunately, made it a little bit hard to see there. So you have to play around with everything. You could do maybe a thicker one. Maybe we don't like that. It doesn't really look too good. So if you want to get rid of it, right click on it and choose cut. And it's gone. And let's go up here and we're going to try to add a different one. Maybe we'll add an arrow. Okay, and once again, we have the plus sign, and it's a little bit bigger this time, so I think it's going to work out a little bit better. But I don't really like the way it's pointing up, so I grab that hook, and I just kind of twist it over. Now, blue doesn't really go with our theme. We're using kind of our library colors right now. We're using green, so I'm going to go here and change it to match. And there we go. So you can do a lot with it. Once you've added that, you can copy it, like I said, and have slide 3. You could say, you just want to duplicate, and you would have everything already in there. But once again, we're going to go ahead and click a new one. And over on the right, we can close this format background. And so now we just see our slide. We're going to add one more slide. and we're going to go here and click on New Slide, and we're going to say blank once again. And we're going to insert a text box. And we're going to draw this. And I'm going to say thank you for joining Tech Tuesday. All right. And we're going to highlight that text and put it in the middle of our box. Now, before we just made the text larger. We could do that again, but we can also make the text box larger if you wanted to keep adding text. You wouldn't have to put another box in. So I'm just going to go behind Tuesday there. And whoops, and I'm going to hit enter. And I'm just going to type my name in there. So we could keep adding text, and the text box would actually get bigger and bigger. And you could also move it to the left. You could move it to the right. So anytime you see these little circles, you can do something. You could, put it all the way down to the bottom if you wanted to. Hit that little hook to turn it upside down. So there's a lot of things that you can do with PowerPoint. You can pretty much get your slideshows any way you want. And speaking of slideshows, I do want to show you how you can make a slideshow. We're going to drag this out again though. And let's go ahead and make this bigger. I'm going to select all of the text. There we go. And we're going to take it up to there. And we're also going to use that green again. And I'm going to add one more picture just to show you that you can get a picture very easy. This is actually a picture of the Erlanger Branch Library. And look what happened. It actually covered all of my text, and it's a little bit too big there. So what we can do is we can click on the picture, grab the little circles, and move the picture around where we want it. We could center it in the middle if we wanted. Move it up some, and there you go. So we have 3 slides right here. 1, 2, 3. So if we wanted to start a slideshow right here on the top ribbon where it says slideshow, we would click and we would say, you can start it from any slide that you want, but we would say we would start it from the beginning. And then when you want to advance to the next slide, you can either click your mouse. A lot of people have, they make a little Bluetooth USB wireless clicker. And if you're going to be presenting to a large crowd, you're going to be walking around, maybe you don't have access to your mouse, you can use that little clicker. They're very nice and they're very reasonable in price. And then when you get to the end, you'll see that you're back to the very last slide is highlighted there. But you can also set up a slideshow. You can actually rehearse timings. So you can set it up. Let's go back to, we're going to click on slide 1 and we're going to click on rehearse timings. So you'll notice up in the left corner, there's a little recording button. And what it does, it's recording how often I want the next slide to pop up. So you could set it up. However, that's good when you want to maybe loop something, a slideshow, or you have maybe your slideshow going to music. But if you're talking, sometimes that's not necessarily the best way to go because someone could ask a question and you really just don't know how long you're going to be talking for. So after you finish that, you can say the total time for your slideshow was 27 seconds. Do you want to save it? I'm going to say yes. And now I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click on the slide number 1. and say from the beginning. And hopefully, if I did everything correctly, it will start and it will automatically go to the next slide. And it did. We'll wait for the last one. And there you go. So you had your whole slideshow. You can also set up, and you'll notice then now we're finished. You can also set up your slideshow to loop, as I was talking about earlier. There's so many things you can do with it. It's a really neat program. You can also set up to have animation. You can have things flying in, flying out, things fading in, things going up and down into your PowerPoint presentation. You can also add videos to your presentations. You can also add music. You can record different things and put in here, so that there's no limit to what all you can do. You can make things really fancy, like I said earlier, with the templates, so you can choose a theme. There's lots of things. You'll notice when I take my mouse and hover over the top of the themes, it kind of shows what it would look like there. I will give you one piece of advice. You don't want to get too busy with your themes, like this one. Here you can see you can't really see the wording. You want to keep it clean. I kind of like to have like a white background so people's eyes kind of get a little break, especially if you're having a very long PowerPoint presentation. You don't want to give people a headache straining their eyes to see everything. One more thing that I would like to show you, you can print out your slides for your audience to have. You can do them full page, or you can also do them, since we had 3 slides, you can see here that you can have two slides on a page. Here we had 3, so we could actually print this out, and you would only have to pass out 1 sheet of paper, and they would have all of your PowerPoint slides, and they could take their notes over here on the right. So I kind of like that, and that way you're not printing out just a whole big page where there's, they don't need to look at the whole PowerPoint slide. And this gives people room to write out little notes. So that is basically PowerPoint in a nutshell. It allows you to create all kinds of presentations. You can put charts in them. You can put web addresses in them. Links, that's what I really meant to say there, links so that you can click on something in the middle of your presentation, and that is what I'm going to do right now. I want to show you here. This is a link, and when I hover over top of that, you'll see there that it says Control plus click to follow the link. So I'm going to hold down my Control key, click on the link, and I want to show you something that's on our library's website that I was talking about earlier. The Gale courses and the Learning Express courses. Let me double click there. It's thinking. Maybe we better go ahead and do some clicking here. I don't want you to have, oh, there it is. It popped right up now. So here's the link that I had in the PowerPoint, and you'll see if it did pop up eventually. It took it a little bit there, and it took me to the library's website /research-learning. And when you get to this, you will want to scroll down to test prep. And it's a purple color right here. And underneath that, you're going to see Gale courses and Learning Express. And if you click on Gale courses, that will show you all of the courses that you can take for free. And the courses take 6 weeks for you to finish. And you get 2 lessons a week, Wednesdays and Fridays. And you can work at your own pace. You do have an instructor that you can chat with online, but you will not see anyone teaching the class online. It's all on your pace. And if you click on Computer Applications Microsoft, you're going to see there that we do have PowerPoint. There's Word and Excel. And right here is Introduction to Microsoft PowerPoint. And that start date was July the 15th. So we've already passed that. The next one will start August the 12th. So you could go ahead and enroll for the one in August. And you'll get a certificate at the end of the class, and right here it shows you it's 24 hours is how long the course will actually take, but they do only release the lessons 2 a week, and they do give you a little they give you like a week or two to catch up at the end in case you got behind, if maybe you were out of town or something, and you take the final exam, and then you get a certificate. So it looks nice on your resume. Plus, it will also help you to improve your skills. So I want to thank you for joining us today. Also, we'd like to welcome you to join our summer reading club. It's not too late. You can join that online with our app, Beanstack. You can also come into the library. We are open. We are closed on Sundays now for cleaning for COVID, but we are open Monday through Friday from 9 to 7, and on Saturdays, I believe we are open 10 to 5. So if you would like to have any help, a one-on-one training, please feel free to call me at 962-4004, or you can also email me, pam.baker@kentonlibrary.org. And we look forward to seeing you next Tuesday for Tech Tuesday in August. We're going to have some people joining us. Usually in the month of July, it was Tim Peterson and myself doing all the Tech Tuesdays, but we have some guests that will be joining us, and we have some surprises coming up, so we hope to see you then. And stay safe, and we will see you soon. Thanks for joining.